Hey, good morning, folks. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Let's get you updated on the weather. A lot going on. Before I start, and with those of you just joining me now, I want you to realize I want to be better than a weather app on your phone, just giving you a temperature and a cloud icon. I want to be better than a television newscast. So here we go. It's in depth, and this is the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. And like I said, here we go. All right, so we've got a dry day today. You see the rain out to the west. That is the storm system heading this way for tomorrow. And let's take a look at it. Here's the modeling. European model, good model. We've used it all the time. So this is tonight, still dry. This is tomorrow morning. Maybe a quick swing through shower in the morning tomorrow. Then this is tomorrow afternoon, the cold front approaching west side of the state sometime in the afternoon. Grand Rapids, probably mid-afternoon, you start to get showers. I wouldn't be surprised to see a thunder shower or hear a thunder shower. This is Thursday evening. The cold front, the showers now into the east side of the state and the west side of the state and the upper peninsula. And then by Friday morning, cold front has moved to the east. The colder air is starting to move in, and the snow and wind is flying out in the Dakotas and Minnesota. Watch as we go through Friday, the colder air swinging toward us by Friday evening. And by Friday evening, we've got lake effect snow going. Hey, Pamela Todoroff, thank you very much. Kimberly Zeisimer, thank you. Sandra, looking for some snow. Tyrone Weaver, Columbus, Ohio, good morning. All right, so let's keep going here. Okay, the one concept, and where I can be better is I can just be more in depth. I mean, let's face it. People nowadays, you can handle the science, can handle data, because you're used to seeing that kind of stuff. 20 years ago, we'd have a consultant come into a TV station and say, you can't say that word. People don't know what it's talking about. So what I want to show you now, a big concept for winter here in Michigan, cyclonic curvature, cyclonic flow. You have a low pressure system, and when the air is circulating around that low pressure system, we call it cyclonic curvature. It acts like low pressure, the air does. The air rises in that situation, produces precipitation. Versus anticyclonic curvature is when a high pressure moves in and the air spins the other direction. So you're going to see the cyclonic curvature right here in this modeling. So as we go through Saturday and Sunday, there's little what I've just written about. I'm calling it a pseudo Alberta Clipper. See that thing coming out of Minnesota down across us on Sunday? That will produce Saturday night and Sunday morning some snow. And as you get to the middle of the day, it probably will change to or mix with rain and then move on to the east. And there's that cyclonic curvature. The isobars are all kind of shaped like C's instead of the opposite direction. And a very classic thing when cold air hits warm Great Lakes. Now we're in the next Tuesday, and here comes the warmth again. But notice it's squeezed down to about a day and a half, and then the cold front comes through, the colder air moves back in, and starts to let up. 10 days out, it kind of appears as, there's still cold up there, but maybe it will let up for just a while. Hey, Janine Kissinger, sorry, we don't get to pick who wants the snow and who doesn't. And if you don't want the snow in Kalamazoo, you might live in the wrong place, because Kalamazoo's a snowy city. Here's that same model a little closer. So this is that Thursday morning swing through of showers. And then this is the main line of showers, thunder showers, Thursday afternoon and evening. And then we get into the colder flow. And here we are. This is Sunday morning, sunrise. I think, hey, Berlin McClure, I guess I'll take that as a compliment, Sonny Elliott. kind of a legend in the Detroit area, I guess. So this is Sunday morning. You could wake up to snow in the air and something on the grass. Now, again, Sunday afternoon, we warm up, 38 or so, and that tends to change it over to rain or melt the snow. Then we go back to pure lake effect, and look at that for Monday night. Kalamazoo, Benton Harbor, St. Joe. There it is. So how much? I think the best thing to do here is to look at the snow depth, because this early in the season, snowing in the air, sticking on the grass, melting as we go. So I think, an official report might say, if reported every hour, how much snowfall might say 3 inches of snow, and you look out, there's only an inch on the grass. So I think snow depth means more to you in this kind of situation than actual snow falling. So here is the snow depth forecast. And there's Saturday. We could see 1 or 2 inches west side of the state across the UP. And then there's that little Sunday thing that comes through. And look at around Grand Rapids. That's 2-3 inches. In the southwest corner, look at over toward Lansing. That's a ½ inch to an inch. So it's not heavy. It's just, my point is, it's not pure lake effect. It is also, a widespread light snow everywhere from that, what I'm calling pseudo Alberta clipper. And then as we go into next week, of course, that disappears some as the warmer temperatures take hold. Today in the 50s, not too bad. Tomorrow in the low 60s ahead of the front. Friday, falling temperatures. So anything you see there is an early morning temperature, and take about 5 degrees off of that. Saturday, low to mid 40s. Sunday, 35, 36 for a high in Kalamazoo, and Battle Creek, 37 in Grand Rapids, 39 in Ann Arbor. Monday, only in the upper 30s to near 40s. Same for Tuesday. Wednesday, back to the 40s. Thursday, the cold front coming through again, and Friday back down into the 40s. And let's look at the temperatures on the morning side. The cold side means you're going to have things winterized. Boats, RVs will need to be winterized. There's Friday morning. There's Saturday morning around freezing. There's Sunday morning. There's Monday morning in the upper 20s. There's Tuesday morning. This is a couple degrees colder than what we showed yesterday. Yep. Mylan Narad. Yes, Bagel needs a sweater. Don't give my wife any ideas. Lows 24, 25, 23, depending on how much snow on the ground by Tuesday morning. So that would be definitely a hard freeze on the way. Well, it's time. As a meteorologist, we're interested in severe weather in the summer. Not that we ever want to see anybody's house hit by a tornado, but that's why we got into meteorology, because it's interesting. So when it happens, we're interested. And we get to September and October, and not much happens, and it's kind of a nice break. And then here comes winter, and a lot happens. So it's time. Get yourself ready. Find the gloves, find the hats, find the scraper, move the snowblower up to the front of the garage so you can get to it, run some fresh gas in it, check it out, make sure it's working. All of that stuff. Guess what, my friends? It's time to think about that. It's time to do it. So there's your words of advice from MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update, brought to you by Consumers Energy. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.